Hey everybody, welcome back. Mike, it's so good to see you. I feel like we haven't been here in a while. We haven't been here in a little hot minute because you thought you had COVID and then you were in New York and we were just busy beavers.
And still skated by.
and-
COVID, yeah.
Hey, that's like really impressive.
COVID just knows I can't mentally handle it.
No,
I
totally.
couldn't handle the isolation.
Can I
She
tell
don't
you?
want me.
Oh yeah, no, you could not handle the isolation.
Mm-mm.
The isolation wasn't that bad for me. For me, when I had it, and this was in January of last year, or January of this year now, I guess, but January, I literally had the worst brain fog of all time. Like, couldn't form a thought.
Really?
Like, not a
feel
thought
like-
behind these eyes.
Is that a symptom?
Yeah, like really bad, I guess. That's like one of the most common ones.
Maybe I have like walking COVID.
Maybe. I mean, these days you just never know.
Yeah.
No, because I literally, like, when I went back to school after having COVID, I walked in, I was like trying to have a thought, like form a sentence. And I was like, and I just stopped mid sentence and my kids were like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I totally just completely lost my train of thought, forgot where I was. Like,
Dead.
I had to take a second there.
Dead.
But alas, so let's chat. We really have, like, I've tried to really not ask Mike a ton of questions because I really wanted to save them for the pod to know more about it.
Stopped. So like, like our Real Housewives Bad Bitch Book Club.
Yes.
I literally was like, I'm not answering any BravoCon question.
No
You'll
questions.
have to listen to.
No questions, please. You'll have to listen.
All right, so let's dive into it.
Let's dive in.
I am a Real Housewives of Beverly Hills panel survivor.
I can't believe you were there
for the Stampede.
I
was
can't believe it.
crazy. So like, okay, so transparency. If you're looking to go to BravoCon next year, like I was general admission.
Mm-hmm.
You have to like level set on because there were like tweets on Friday that were calling it like the next Fyre Fest, and like
I did see that.
it was not.
I'm sure it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. I will say, like, the line situation was not organized, but I think it was the first BravoCon in 2019 had 5,000 people. This one had 35.
Oh my God.
So, like, I think they were still set up with that mindset where, like,
Right.
I think they only had like a couple like ropes.
Right.
Like they needed to like have it more segregated or like just more like compact in some of like the meet and greet areas. So like Teresa, the second I get in there, she's doing like an interview with Gia, but like I'm running over to like where her meet and greet was because she was the first one for that day.
And did you get to meet and greet her?
No. It was at 10:30. It was only half-hour increments. I missed her, but like basically by the time she was done, I got up to where like the rope was, and the replacement was Heather Dubrow. So I was like, whatever, like,
yeah,
fine. Like I'm fine with meeting her. Like I can tell her like I'm from Medford, where her daughter goes to Tufts.
Yeah,
like fun little combo piece. Where I'm at the bottom of the rope, and the guy running staff was like, "You guys might not meet her," and I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean?" Like I get not meeting Teresa. Like I was far back. I was like, I'm just staying in line. Like I have to commit to it.
Yeah.
And he was right. I was like third person from the Heather Dubrow, and we did not meet her. But then like the third person was Giselle and Mia.
Oh, okay.
Which was fine. It was honestly better for me than Heather, but I was in
none of them are Teresa.
I was in line for 2 hours. So my whole first 2 hours of
2 hours to meet your third choice person. It's like
right. And so then I was like, fuck it. Like now we know how this works. So then I was like, I'm gonna get in line for Beverly Hills
now
panel because it's at 12:15 and this is the line. And like so my friend who I went with, like she went in line to go get us drinks because like general admission, like the lines were like that was your day. It was like Disney. Like you had no fast pass. Like
it was you just sat there and waited.
Just waiting. So like we divided and conquer. And we got like decently close. Like I was like, we'll be fine. I was in like one of the bigger auditoriums or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And I guess what happened after I did a little bit more digging, Andy had walked by the left side, and like that was the whole thing. You knew somebody was near because you would just see phones and like see people running.
Yeah.
So like so that was a problem. We saw people running, and then honestly, like it was like if I could say I was at the storming of the Capitol, like that's how I felt. Because we just ran.
Michael.
No, like Abby, like that's the only, like we just all bolted into that auditorium, and like I found seats in the back. Like it was like they had to bring in the fire marshal. People were standing in the aisles. People in like VIP were complaining because like general admission like made it up to that close to the front. Like It was delayed.
That's really bad.
It was a fucking mess. And we were all like,
oh my God.
With the people in the back, we were like laughing. I was like, no, this was like full January 6th. Like we just like bulldozed in here. And they're like, no, really? Fully. And so then they start bringing up people. So while I'm waiting in line, Garcelle walks by.
Amazing.
And that was like how like my day, like really, I was like that BravoCon's officially started. Yeah. Like I just saw Garcelle, who looked fucking stunning.
Was it you that posted that she, like Garcelle saying "I'm not talking about her" is the new "I Don't Know Her" by Mariah Carey? Like that's exactly how I feel.
And so she looked great. And
was Diana there?
No.
Oh, T.
No. Okay. Nope. No. I mean, Rinna got booed. Diana would have got like tomatoes thrown at her.
Legit.
But that was like the whole thing. Rinna walks out, and I'm there for like the full. Like, it doesn't translate in the video I posted. But
what were your impressions on that video? I need to know.
Oh, if you listen closely, you hear me go, holy shit.
No.
Because, like, they're booing.
No, I know.
So hard.
How many, like, views and things do you have on it?
100K.
Oh my God. I literally, when I saw that Mike posted that, so if you don't follow Mike on Instagram, the Bravo Bottoms, he was like reporting live. He was like boots on the ground, like doing the real.
Oh, I was doing
the investigative reporting.
I felt like literally Perez Hilton. Like I went,
literally.
And I'm so fake. The day before I tweeted I'll do anything for social media. I won't go live. I went live at the Beverly Hills panel, but
as
like
you should.
I wasn't doing it.
You're like, it's not me.
A real live.
It's not me. It's for the. But like, it's for the channel.
Jen Shah joined my live. She was in it watching the Beverly Hills panel.
Oh.
Because she was not allowed at BravoCon.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't know that. How come?
Because
she's about to be incarcerated.
Wire fraud.
No, I know, but like,
jail.
But I would figure that they would want her take on things.
No. Like fully, like I
actually don't think I knew that.
Yeah, she happened to be in New York Friday night for Andy's Legend Ball. Rumor has it Heather smuggled her into her hotel. And she was like pre-gaming and like
wait, I actually did hear
Tamara's room, but like she was not allowed to go.
And then people were talking shit about her, saying that she was like.
Andy basically said like once like she pleaded guilty, like that severed her relationship with Bravo.
Oh my God.
So like, and then like people are going.
That's juice.
Yeah. So like. Jen Shah was in New York and like at
of course she was
at like
convenient
Bravo
Jen
adjacent Shah. Things, but like nowhere near BravoCon. And like
wow.
I heard they like tightened security for her because they thought she was gonna crash watch what happens.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
that's really wild. That's a lot. And so you were posting about like all the stuff as you were there, and Mike posted like one of probably the first video that I saw.
I thought I did it pretty quick.
He really did. It was very, very fast turnaround, faster than like Betches by Bravo, any of them. Like so fast. The video of Lisa Rinna getting booed. For those of you who don't know, Lisa Rinna walked into the Beverly Hills panel and immediately got like very loudly booed by the people.
Garcelle, even like cheers for Erica.
Yeah. And and Rinna, it was like boo, and then she flipped everybody off,
and then said to like on like press that she felt like a wrestler. She grew up watching WWE, apparently.
Okay, loser on loser crime.
She's
such a dweeb.
She
really, and I was like, I've been a Rinna stan for a very long time.
I was until she blocked us, but like,
well, yeah, obviously,
it was fine. It was fine.
Yeah. I can't say it on this podcast, but you and I have talked before about something that Lisa Rinna taught me, and if you know, you know. But she's influential. She's an influential woman, and I was a big fan of hers for a long time, and I'm saddened by her downfall.
You watched the reunion last night?
Yeah, of course. So let's talk about the reunion. A little TV recap while we're in it.
It's hard because like I do want to say I feel like Erica's in a slight redemption era.
Totally.
And like
nobody asked for that,
nobody,
by the way.
Yeah, like it just kind of happening. Like I don't like she keeps winning more and more of these cases. So it's like definitely helping her. And she's like I on her Watch What Happens last night where she like thanked the fans and like she felt humble.
Yeah.
More than like I've ever seen from her.
She's really redeeming herself after Aspen because she looked, in my opinion, so bad in Aspen when she kept being talking about, and Kyle was like, stop saying that. Stop. Like Kyle was like, please stop saying that.
No,
and she wouldn't.
Yeah, I think it's like post things. Like she was good at the reunion. So like that panel I left kind of early because then they started just talking because there's nothing. As they're in the middle of the reunion, it's like, go on, girl, give us nothing. Like they couldn't really talk much like tea.
Right.
Where like when I tell you about Saturday after this, like tea was spilled at Summer House and New Jersey.
Really?
Yeah. So
it's like the TikTok, I hope you're hungry for nothing.
Yeah.
Like that's what it's like with their panel.
That's how it was. So we like left that panel like halfway through, and she was like good. Like she was like kind of like she apologized for like one of her biggest regrets. She said was like, fuck, why can't I remember it? I think it was about. Oh, she's like, they all went around like what's their biggest regret of all of the seasons they're filmed. And Erica, she's like, the biggest thing out of everything I've done. She's like, and she was like, you know her. She's like, and I've done a lot of shit. The most thing I lose sleep over still is how I spoke to Garcelle's son. And like, but she didn't give that on the show. So it like,
yeah. So that's an actual tidbit.
Like, right. So I was like, oh, like I was like,
but I mean, that's the right answer.
Right. It should be.
For sure.
So I think like people are kind of like, through like the blind items and things, it's been like she's been annoyed with Dorit because of like Dorit being like a flip-flopper. And so like then on Watch What Happens Last Night, she said PK and Dorit. Like I would love to see that season 7 energy from them. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I feel like they're gonna go at it. Are they filming season 7 right now?
Not yet. Nothing's
it's usually around Thanksgiving, right?
Yeah. And I don't know if it's gonna like they're gonna give a little bit of a grace period with everything, because I do think there's a shakeup coming where like last year they were just able to like bring in someone new
and just
like,
call it a day.
Yeah, but I do think like rumors of like demotions between either like Dorit or Crystal. Kathy said to like Entertainment like I will not come back if it's the same cast. So like if Rinna's there, like Kathy will not return.
I would rather see Rinna out, and I would rather see, I don't even know, Erica out, I guess, over Crystal. I like Crystal.
I think
people kept saying Crystal took the L last night. I actually don't agree. Like
I think it was nice to see Crystal like
stick up for herself. Yeah. Normally Crystal's like, I'll roll over, like whatever, I don't care. But she was like, no, Kyle, you're wrong.
Yeah, and
I'm kind of off on Kyle anyways. I don't know.
I know. I think next week will be like, it'll be tough for Kyle.
Yeah. For sure. I'm excited. Tough. But that's another thing. They just keep giving us a big fat nothing burger. Both episodes so far. I'm like, who gives a flying fuck? I'm like, I know, but sometimes they break it up and they'll give like a little bit in part 2 and then make the finish in part 3.
I knew I could.
Annoying.
We had a real podcast like 2 weeks ago. I've been like, we're not seeing that. We'll end episode 2 with Kathy slippers.
Kathy, you're right.
Like calling it because like they're not doing part 4. It wraps next week. So this is it. Like, yeah.
I'm shocked that they're not going to do a part 4.
What else happened? What else happened
other
than Aspen?
No, you're right, honestly.
Nothing.
Aspen was really all that.
And most of it all happened on social media. And I did hear they're going to bring up the slur.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Tea.
But so then,
do you think she said it?
Yeah, I do. But I don't care that she said it.
Okay, well.
Like, yeah, I do. I don't think she meant it, and like not to like make excuses for like our parent generation, but
she's that generation.
Totally. And I don't think she meant it in like a derogatory way.
Right.
I think she meant it in like, don't be stupid. It's like the same way as like, that's so gay.
Right.
Like, you know,
with the
like,
Hillary Duff commercial.
Yeah, like it's like, that's so girl wearing a skirt. Like that's like, not to condone and like,
no, we're not.
Like,
we're obviously not condoning.
I'm not, but like I also like,
and what they should have done in that moment is called her out and said, Kathy, you can't do this.
The whole
Kathy would have been like,
is like it. I get why, like, and I'm sure they did call her out in the moment, but it's because it.
But they had to make it a big thing.
Rinna wanted to make it a thing.
Of course, Rinna wanted to be like, look at me, I'm the biggest ally to the gays of all time. Ally,
Erica, like
totally.
A little bit of heat off of her because then it's like now like looking like that, and like I mean Paris has built like a whole thing off of being like queen to the gays, like so it's like I get why Kathy was like, this cannot come out.
No,
and Kathy did do the damage control. She posted with Sutton's like gay assistant like 3 weeks later. She posted with like at the GLAAD Awards with like the most like all like the RuPaul girls. Like,
totally.
Kathy did damage control to try to like snub this, and I think Rinna also just has like had such a horrible season of being like such a bully that like Kathy,
the biggest bully in Hollywood.
Someone trying to like finally like test Rinna. I think aside from like a Denise, like seeing Kathy Hilton go at her and like pull out names like Lisa Vanderpump and like what you did to my sister Kim.
I know.
Iconic. And
I hate Kim though. I hope Kim doesn't come back. Here's a list of people I don't want back. Kim, I would rather die than ever see Camille on my screen ever again. You're such a fucking liar, Camille.
Like Camille, but I did forget.
Of course you do. Camille is such a douche.
She was an apologist for, and someone commented that on my post about her, and I was like, oh, you are so like, that's a
an apologist. Wait, an apologist.
Brett Kavanaugh.
Oh yeah! Oh my god! Totally. I did forget about that. Yo,
shout out to Romer.
Oh yeah, Romer. It like fuels my hate fire even more.
And like I suppressed that.
See, I knew I hated her for a reason, and that's
because I forgot.
She's a lame-o dweeby.
I know, but I got to want someone to like fight with Kyle. That's okay, not
like,
her sisters.
Then bring Lisa Vanderpump back. Like bring. I want them. I never got the closure that I needed on that.
I think we're gonna get it with Garcelle filming.
I know that was a big revelation on the reunion last night when they said that Garcelle and her filmed.
Yep, which we all saw. So
I like the unseen footage of when Garcelle said that, or did we see that? No, I don't think we did.
Where they said it in Mexico.
No, yeah, when they said in Mexico that
and Dorit was like.
And they were like, what? And then like Lisa Rinna's like lying on the floor.
Yeah, and Dorit was like, the door's that way, like joking. No, we did see that.
Oh, okay.
But Beverly Hills, I'm happy it's over. It was beginning to feel like homework to watch.
It was, I agree. And now, if we're talking TV, like let's just discuss what's not feeling like homework to watch is Salt Lake City.
Salt Lake City
they're like really off the rails right now.
Lisa Barlow blocked us from her stories.
She did?
I kind of know why.
Okay, what did you do?
Because Heather posted, and it's crazy because Heather, like in last night's
episode,
Heather,
friend of the pod.
Yeah, Heather Gay, friend of the pod.
Friend of our friend, Alex Radcliffe.
Yeah, it's crazy because I'm interested to see when they flip, because I felt like Heather was being a good friend to her, but like the whole thing was, it was like the joke of like, you don't need to suck someone off to get floor seats at the jazz.
Like, no,
and so
totally.
She kind of posted like,
are they really bad? Or the Jazz like really bad? Justin?
Chime in.
The Utah Jazz?
They're not awful, but they're not like great.
Yeah, like you.
Are they like a newer
need to,
team?
Like, do a blowy to get a floor seat, right?
Yeah.
No, see,
no. That's just no.
Yeah, so she basically posted like a meme.
That's like doing that
to
go to like the Red Sox. Like it's like why would you like the Red Sox are not.
Yeah.
Not that they're not good, but like they didn't make anything. Like they didn't make the play. They're like,
who cares? It's just like whatever.
It's like you can get bleacher seats and it's the same thing.
So she like posted a tweet about it, and that's the best part about Salt Lake is they go in on Twitter.
They really do.
The whole episode, like it's like you.
It's like live tweeting. It's like 2013 again.
Following the show and then scrolling to what Meredith posted. Like they'll respond to confessionals. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Which
they don't care. They literally don't care.
Their panel was like a full mini reunion that I heard like ended with like that was like. Because it was after New Jersey.
Because they haven't filmed their reunion yet.
No, God, no.
Like
and I don't think Jen Shah will be filming.
What?
Come
on.
I think it's because I think Andy's going to do a sit down with her is what he said he wanted to do.
What? That would be juicy.
Yeah, I think like same energy right before Teresa and Joe went to jail, like or like when he did the sit down with Brooks. But I think I don't think we'll see her from the reunion because I think unless they're speeding it up, but like she'll be sentenced by then.
Yeah, and they just pushed the sentencing back, right?
Yeah, to like November though. It was supposed to be.
It's supposed to be this past week.
It was,
this upcoming week.
Yeah, I thought it was supposed to be July.
Oh, but then it was supposed to be October, and then they pushed it again. I thought.
No, I don't think so. I think it went from July to November.
Okay, you might be right.
Yeah, because she was in New York in July. They were still filming kind of up to then, and then Heather and Meredith had no idea she took the plea.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was
she legit very well could like already be in prison by the time they filmed the reunion.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, Salt Lake is gonna be good.
Listen, I'm ready for the downfall of Whitney Rose. She's acting. I think
it's happening.
I actually think it's happening too. Like she's acting like mentally something is like terribly wrong, and I'm sure. Not to diminish like her trauma because she has been talking about her trauma that she's been going through and blah 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 and whatever. Like she's been very chatty about it. Like I'm not trying to diminish that at all, but I think she is like it's like the meme when it's like smile and wave, y'all, like we're witnessing mental illness. Like that's how I feel about Whitney Rose.
Yeah, like there's a couple things, and again, not to shame her trauma or whatever.
Totally.
But I don't think the first time I'd be telling my husband that like I've repressed childhood memories would be
on camera.
And
grabbing a roll of paper towels and a bottle of wine.
Yeah, and
she made it seem like she just like had a bad day when she filmed.
Yeah,
she was like
she made it sound
he was like, "Are you okay?" And she was like, "No," and like took a big gulp of wine. I'm like,
and again, I'm not trying.
No, not
like,
trying to diminish at all.
She brought it up. Like Heather's face was like the same face I had. I was just like, what? Like, and like the whole point of that like trip they went on was like it was supposed to be a fun girls trip for Jen, and then suddenly
and I loved Whitney's
like
Trauma Fest.
Whitney's Trauma Coachella 2021.
No, I know. And then when Heather said that, I was actually like, go Heather. Like, that's my girl right there. Like, Heather literally said to her, she was like, this trip is supposed to be about Jen.
And then you're going to like.
And there's Whitney in her lingerie, like running into Heather's room, like tearing. She's laying in bed going, I know what'll get her. And she runs in and tears up the note. Like, girl.
Get a grip.
Get a grip.
And like, it's just weird too, this whole like Lisa Whitney friendship, because it's like Whitney spent like 2 seasons like kissing her. Like it was like, it was honestly kind of pathetic to watch her like suck up to Lisa for these 2 seasons to like, now that Lisa's lost Meredith, she needed a minion.
Totally.
And
but
like,
here's what pisses me off is Whitney like literally blew up this entire thing. It was all Whitney. And then she's like, I just can't do this anymore.
Yeah, like,
and everybody's like, you did this.
I need you to back me up. Like, back you up on what? Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
And then when they flash back to the clip and it was actually Whitney who was saying all that stuff, I'm like, why isn't this more of an issue? Because it was actually Whitney that did these things.
That's my problem with Salt Lake, though, in general, is like they are, and which would be me on a reality TV show. Like, they are unhinged in the confessional, which, like, that would be my problem. Like, on filming, I'd be a breeze.
Right.
It would be like when I get into that
confessional, you'd be like,
green screen and start running my fucking mouth because I have no idea what I'd be saying. Right. And that's like what they do time and time again. Like Mary was doing it, Lisa did it all, but they don't own it.
No,
that's the problem.
Never.
Like if you said it on camera, you said it on camera. Like you can't you can't spend
like it was Whitney said that on camera. Whitney was the one that was like, Whitney said all the things that she was saying that Meredith said.
Yeah,
and Meredith was just like sitting there like,
Yep. Meredith is so boring still.
She is.
I'm very concerned for season 4 because when we lose Jen Shaw, like that's a lot of pressure for Heather, and they've took Heather out of Center Diamond. They're like aiming it around Lisa, but I don't think Andy likes her.
Lisa?
Yeah.
I could pick up on that vibe.
Yeah, I don't think he likes her based off of that Watch What Happens at all.
Yeah.
But quick about Saturday.
Yeah.
Because that was a full breakdown.
Sorry.
You know, it's been a while. We haven't chatted.
We haven't shot the shit in a bit.
But so Summer House. Do you watch Summer House?
Of course I do.
Okay. So big thing. Danielle walks out, sits next to Sierra. If you remember last year, that was the glass throw, the wine throw at Andrea's gorgeous, gorgeous Italian dinner that he made.
Precious boy.
So it came time for like Q&A, and they kind of danced around. So like Prima Donald, who's the Bravo social guy, like he came out and he hosted the panel, and which was so great because like
he's a voice of the people.
He's a fan of Bravo, so like he fully like knew what we wanted to hear. He got Andre to take his shirt off.
Nice.
He got Luke and him to like battle out on abs. He like asked Carl and Lindsay questions about like their engagement.
Was what's his face there?
No.
What, the one that only ate like meat?
Yeah, no, Alex was not there. Alex was not there. But I did meet the 3 new people on Winter House.
Yeah, you said that.
The girl, Rachel, who was the florist, was there. Jason, who's back from last season. The new blonde girl I heard did not like her experience and is kind of like done. Like if you go on her Instagram, has not posted a thing. Like didn't go to BravoCon. Like
really?
Yeah, and also she's a metaverse realtor. Like just say unemployed. What the fuck is that?
What is a metaverse realtor?
Metaverse realtor.
That's made up.
Like I own property, but in the metaverse. Like what? Like what? What the fuck is that?
That's actually one of the craziest things I've ever
That's like when like on The Bachelor when they were like job twin. Remember that season?
Oh, yeah. Job, entrepreneur. Like everybody knows that you don't work.
Like I would
please.
just say like I'm an influencer. Like just own it. Metaverse realtor. I can't. I'm not getting further into that. But like that's
we'll have to dissect once it's on the actual TV show.
Crazy. No, it's on Winter House now. That's like her job. That's what it literally
is. Winter House on currently?
Yeah, it just premiered last week.
Oh, I missed it. I'll watch.
Yeah.
She said that?
Metaverse realtor.
Stop. I would have immediately texted you and been like, what the flying fuck?
Okay. I can't.
Can you even what do you
I don't know, Abby. I don't know what it is. A metaverse realtor?
I have to Google it. I need to know.
What is that?
That's
like Sims. Like that.
Like I've done that too.
Yeah,
I've also played The Sims.
Yeah, I too build a house on Sims. Anyways.
What is a metaverse realtor? How to become a real estate agent in the metaverse? Helping buy and sell virtual land. What is virtual land?
It's like
what is
it's
that?
like when you become like an officiated wedding online. She paid $20 to sell fucking property on Facebook.
What is that?
That's
made up.
It's Farmville. It's Farmville.
How's your farm doing?
I can't.
How's your farm? Cool. You know who else is a metaverse realtor then? My grandmother, who plays. She's dead, but like if she was alive, she would be playing Farmville until 2 a.m. Cool. She's the same
harvesting
thing.
her crops. That's the same energy for me. So
anyway,
fake job. So the fake job girl didn't like her experience. So like she has not posted nothing.
I can't.
But I met Corey, the new guy who's friends with Craig. I met Rach. Like I saw them at IRL. So
wait, go back to Danielle.
So finally it was Q&A, and some kid got up and was just like, I'm gonna be more poignant. What's going on with Lindsay and Danielle? And Danielle said, I can only describe it in one word. And she just said, unfortunate. And then Lindsay said, I agree. So like for like the last couple of weeks, it's been like Danielle never posted about their engagement, never like congratulated them. And so that, and then she got seen posted in a picture with Maya and Sierra. Paige said during the panel that like most of her mornings it was like Danielle, Sierra, and her in bed together.
Oh my God.
Paige said in an interview today with Page Six, out of the last 5 years, she feels like she's met Danielle, and it was like crazy. And I could tell something happened because I think Lindsay like kind of blackballed us for a little bit, the Bravo Bottoms, because like we accidentally used one of her DMs for like content. And she got pissed about it, but it was like nothing bad.
Right.
So Danielle never engaged with us before, and now after like she follows, we DM, she like it.
Wow.
It's weird. Like, and that's why I was like, oh, something happened with Lindsay.
It's giving feud.
Because
it's giving
like now
feud.
she's like,
right, because otherwise she would have defended. Yeah.
Yep.
Her honor.
And I was like, and you know me, I'm like I call it like I'm a tree hugger and a Paige turner. Paige does no wrong.
I love Paige.
In my eyes. So like whatever. I don't care. I don't care that Paige hates Lindsay. Well, she said she doesn't, but I don't care that they fight. I don't care.
I'm always gonna be team Paige.
Team Paige.
But you know what? I honestly, and you're gonna disagree with me. So talk about the post that you posted today.
The Hannah Burner redemption tour.
Yeah, I guess so. Apparently, Hannah Burner is getting her redemption arc
because I think Lindsay and Carl ran a smear thing at the end of season 5,
and I agree with you. My thing is, I just think Hannah's annoying.
That's fine. I don't think Hannah's. I don't think Hannah...
Like, I listen to Giggly Squad. I love Paige. Hannah's, like, filler for me.
Yeah.
There's, whatever.
Yeah, because, Paige is, like, what every advertiser... I was just talking about this today because I'm considering for, like, next year, like, buying podcasts for my clients. So I was looking at that podcast group. And we were talking about Giggly Squad and Hannah Burner, like, her podcast, Burning in Hell. And I was saying, like, that, like, would be, like, the name would need to change or whatever. Yeah. But... like, it's because, like, Paige on page, like, visually is, like, what every client, every beauty brand, like, wants their demo to be.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like, the people, like, because Hannah's brand is, like, girls who fart. And, like, you know, like, laugh about it. Yeah, it's not funny.
Yeah.
So, like.
Did she ever marry that guy?
Yeah, Des. They got married last fall.
Wild.
But, like, I think, here's the thing. Like, I like Hannah a lot. And, like, I told you my whole POV. I did think she did dirty that last season. I felt like, but I also feel like she kind of dug herself into a little bit of a hole. But again, this was all editing. Like we
don't know what really happened.
We don't know how the storyline chews out. But I do think like, because Paige said, I think on an episode of Giggly Squad that like, after 5 years, she's finally like validated for what she's always said.
Yeah.
AKA Lindsay was tight with production and like got to do whatever the fuck she wanted.
Right.
And now it's like her gig's up.
Right.
And I think Danielle probably confirms that at some point. And
Yeah,
like I
that.
think Hannah, it's gonna show. I don't think Hannah will ever come back to that type of show. If she were to come back to reality TV, I don't think it would be a summer house thing. But I do think it will. Not that I think people care anymore, but I do think like it'll provide closure to like her abrupt leaving after 5. Because that reunion was tough.
Yeah, totally.
And it sucks too because that was like a COVID season. That's not how they normally film. It was like Real World Hamptons.
Right.
It's like they usually get to go home and like decompress. Like they were there for 4 weeks. Like they don't film like that. I would, by week 4, I'd be fucking crazy too.
Right. I would be ready to,
And the same thing. Like Kyle like was gaslighting her all that season. And then we saw it with Amanda. So it's like Kyle, regardless of who was in the house, was like still kind of doing
Kyle's my number 1 summer house enemy. And I stand by that
so
nice,
firmly. And the Loverboy booth, those girls were so nice. Like I had the people I want, like I didn't have a bad experience at BravoCon.
Yeah.
I didn't see Joe and Melissa.
How did what's her face look? Kyle's wife?
Amanda. She looked great. I mean, they're all, they all are gorge, but it was weird to see her so glammed because like I just feel like she's like more of that like
naturally
makeup, makeup look. And like she was like her pink, like she looked great, but I was like, oh, like she's glammed up.
Mm-hmm.
But I love Amanda. I think she's like the cool artsy girl. Like she always dresses like different, like not trendy, but like it's just a different,
just a different vibe.
Yeah.
She has a different mojo energy.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else about BravoCon?
Jersey, but that's a whole the split panel.
Yeah.
Melissa and them went first, and they were asked about the split. So like this had already popped up before set Jersey 2 panel that like Melissa had said it wasn't her call to switch the panel. Kind of blamed it on Teresa.
Okay.
Jersey 2 panel happens. It gets brought up, like the guy who's hosting it brings up that it's 2 panels, and he was like, what can you say about the panel? And Jen just kind of like answering it, and somebody else from the audience was like, that's not what they said. And Jen's like, what'd they say? And says that, and like she was like, production split us, and like it's because they're grasping at straws because they're done.
Right. That
was like what Jen said. Teresa answered every question about Joe so
like honest but yet diplomatic at the same time.
I don't like honest, but like in a way that was like I wish them well but away. Yeah. And like protecting my peace. Like,
no, and that's what I mean by diplomatic. Like just like I'll answer it, but like
where Joe twice like spiraled and like said like his comedy career is gonna last longer than Louis and Teresa's marriage on Watch What Happens. Like I guess went on such a rant at the reunion at that panel, and like people said they walked out because it was just so gross.
That's
and so
wild
like to see
me.
Teresa so as like a tree stan, a tree hugger, to like not even have to like worry about like coming out of that panel defending her because she just answered everything so correct and like was so poised.
She hit every mark.
Like I know she's not wrong this season,
right?
Because like she does what she said.
Normally she's wrong.
She said she regrets everything. They did the regret question again, and Teresa said she regrets the Jackie rumor, but then did caveat it with like, but I did hear it, I didn't start it,
right?
And then regrets what she said about Danielle telling Danielle to pull Margaret's hair. She was like, I didn't think she was gonna pull it like that, but guys, I also was thinking like, wow, what great TV, like that.
Right.
That's what she said.
That's
and then
so her.
Someone called her out on like
not a thought behind those eyes,
shaming Marge, and she was like, she looks great now, which like Marge does look great, but
I'm done. She would say that.
Yeah.
Okay, now spill the tea about, because I actually have not followed this situation. I didn't watch the video. I don't know what happened.
The drink throw?
With the drink throw. So for those of you who don't know, there was a drink throw from Jennifer Aiden, right?
Yes.
On to
Melissa Gorga's
assistant.
So what I can gather is because, so this is after panel 2. So this is Saturday night. So both panels had happened. Both leaks had come through, And apparently Melissa like starts with her, like gives her a dirty look when she gets in the lobby, and Melissa like tells her to like shut the fuck up. And like the problem is like I don't care that Jen and Melissa fight. They fight every season. It's when Joe gets involved that it's like
then it gets messy.
And Jen was alone.
Yep.
No, Bill was in bed. So it was 2-on-1, and it was a man.
Right.
Like who like Joe looks like he'd like hit a bitch.
Yeah,
so it's
of
like
course. Respectfully.
Like, so he like goes at her, tells her to shut the fuck up. He calls her like a wannabe loser, and she's like calls him like Popeye. And then he like kind of the assistant like gets close to her, and that's when she throws the drink. So I hear like I don't condone that, but also like you get in my personal space, like back the fuck up.
Right.
And I think again, like this is just going to show that like the Gorgas, I think, will be done after this season.
Yeah, I think you're right. I actually think so too.
I think it's giving desperate.
And you know what? There's no love lost
and
there.
I think if it wasn't a thought, BravoCon sailed the deal for them.
You know what? They dug their own grave.
Even Teresa literally said Melissa's performance where she lip synced on the Legends Ball was amazing. Imagine. They didn't even go to her fucking wedding.
That's really big of her. That's big of her.
And she did a great job. It was amazing.
You know what? I'm happy for you because you deserve this Teresa redemption arc. And good for you. You look happy and healthy. Not me, if you ever cared to ask.
And Louis followed us and sent us a message and said, thank you so much for being... thank you so much for loving and supporting Teresa. I'm basically like their fifth daughter.
Wow. Daughter.
So
wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, I feel
that's pretty good.
It was I'm one step closer.
So
to
true.
Teresa.
And you know what? And now, big celebration here. You just hit 4,000 followers on the Bravo Bottoms.
We gained 1,000 and
direct them a couple our way. We still are only in the 200s. We really gotta bump it up. And that's all I'll say about that. We'll get there. The fame
in my
will come.
defense, we're about to be
totally.
a year.
No,
we're about
of
to be,
course.
Yeah.
No. It's not our fault. It's like
everyone else just has bad taste.
Exactly. And people will realize that like we're a pop culture podcast. Like we're gonna deliver the pop culture.
Exactly. But that's
wow. So that was your Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
what'd you do? This
I
weekend?
was over here. Yeah. What did I do this weekend? We're still in our intro recap here. No. Meanwhile, my Super Bowl, and this is just another story. Listen, I thought that when Don't Worry Darling came out, I thought that was it. I thought Don't Worry Darling was going to come out. That was going to be the end of it.
Oh, right.
And we were just going to all move on with our merry little lives. But baby, was I wrong.
So I need you to unpack this for me because
I'll unpack
it. How did we go from this to salad
That's
dressing?
How did we get here?
I don't know how we went from Nannygate to we should make the salad dressing.
I don't understand.
Was that the same article?
Yes. So there was all these screenshots. For those of you who we have no idea what we're talking about. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, there was an explosive Daily Mail article. I believe it was Daily Mail, right? Mm-hmm. Daily Mail article that came out about the Jason Sudeikis and Olivia Wilde. Apparently their old nanny came forward and spilled all of this crazy tea, like tons of stuff about their breakup and like how bad it was. And there was all these screenshots that she gave. Like it was really like, it was a juicy article. Like the Daily Mail was not fucking around when it came to this article. Like they were like, we're going to provide the facts.
It do be giving witch hunt though on
Olivia.
I kind of feel bad a little bit.
Okay, I don't feel bad for her. Well, I shouldn't say that. It's not that I don't feel bad for her, but I think she's getting an unfair portrayal. You know, if this was roles reversed and Jason Sudeikis was the one who was now dating a younger woman and whatever, like this conversation wouldn't be happening.
Technically, they still never confirmed that they're dating.
Harry and Olivia. Harry and No, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I mean, they've been like spotted making out, but like nobody ever confirmed really until this article. And then the article came out and apparently like this I didn't know, but did you know that they had a dog? Olivia and Jason had a dog. And when Olivia started dating Harry, she gave the dog away.
Oh God. It's giving Dorit.
No, it's giving it's giving Lucy Apple Juicy.
And Daily Mail was the one who leaked that story.
You're right.
Get her on a lie detector.
Get her. Get her. Where is Lucy Apple Juicy? I need to know. No. So she literally gave her dog away, like gave it to a dog walker because she was like, apparently,
Harry's
allegedly.
allergic.
No, she was like, I want to spend like more time traveling and like being with Harry and whatever. Like, I want to get rid of, like, I can't commit my time to this dog, which like prison, pre-crime. Like, that is murder, punishable by jail time, in my opinion.
Getting rid of the dog.
Like, what? You committed to this. Make it work. Make it work.
True.
Anyways, but so the Daily Mail article came out, and there's all this juicy tea in it about Jason laying in front of Olivia's car to try to prevent her from going to see Harry.
I did see that.
And
that's fucking
it's
crazy.
Funny. It's fun. Like, it's funny. The memes have been undefeated.
Yeah.
The internet was crazy, and like I kept before anything happened, like when the article came out. So apparently Jason said something to the nanny in a text message that he posted the screenshots to, or that the nanny posted the screenshots to, that was like, she took the salad and she took her special salad dressing and she left us. And like, what the fuck? So that's apparently what the nanny said. So everybody was like, what is in this special fucking salad dressing? Like, because apparently she said that she was bringing the salad dressing to Harry. So everybody was like, what is in this fucking salad dressing? What is the salad dressing? Like, is it cold? Like, do we, like, what is this? And apparently, so I saw a tweet and it was literally like, if I'm Olivia Wilde, I'm posting the salad dressing recipe on my Instagram story and I'm turning off my phone. And
yeah.
And she dead ass did. She literally posted the salad dressing recipe and dipped out and was like, gotta go. But what pisses me off about that, here's my thing. They came out and they released this statement.
A joint statement
between the two of them, and they're like, they hate each other. A joint statement that said, like, you know, it's a shame that this person who, you know, we trusted with our family, like, is now coming out with these lies and blah, 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 blah. Cool. If it was a lie, why are you posting the salad dressing recipe? And same with, she said during the Don't Worry Darling press tour, somebody asked her a question about, you know, Shia or whatever. And she was like, you know, the internet feeds itself, like, it's sufficiently well nourished, like, it doesn't need me to comment on it to like stay fed or whatever.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, wow, that was like very sage advice of her, whatever. And it's like, where's the diplomacy now, girl? Where you're not going to keep that same energy now when it's like actually something that really could hurt your children for the rest of their lives? Like, where's the same energy? I don't know.
I feel like she did. I feel like that did happen.
No, I totally do too. But like, why come out with the comment then and say, we don't condone this and she's lying?
Yeah.
Like, girl, just admit it.
Just say, I wish I ran you over.
Right. Like, just say we never should have hired this nanny.
I'm like picturing them too. Like, I'm picturing her like a full suburban mom, not celebrity. So she's like, I picture her like running him over with like a Honda Odyssey.
Yeah.
Like full minivan.
Yeah. Just a minivan. Just
with her salad.
With him laying in the ground.
With her salad.
And and what sucks is like, I'm never going to be able to watch Ted Lasso the same again. It's like, knowing this, I'm like, okay, simp. Like,
I know, drama.
Loser energy. Like,
which then like feels even more like plotted that he gave that custody thing like while she was doing this stuff. Like,
I'm always going to be team Jason Sudeikis. I think he's a precious gem of a man and he can do no wrong in my eyes. But I'm just like, it's giving desperate. Like, let her go, baby.
Yeah, just move on.
What's meant to be will
Pack
be.
Pack your bags, delicious. You're going home.
Exactly. No, exactly. Like, pack your bags. So anyways, if you have the time to read the Daily Mail article, it's quite lengthy.
Yet?
What?
Like,
Don't Worry, Darling?
Yeah.
I don't know. Check your bootleg website. But My Policeman comes out in theaters tomorrow and on Prime Video the first week of November.
Got it.
And I don't know if it's in any theaters around here. I haven't checked yet, but I
have like no desire to watch that. I want to see it so bad. Even if he is kissing a boy,
I want to see it.
Yeah, you can recap.
Yeah,
you don't do it for me. I don't think we
Harry?
ever talked about that. Yeah.
That's disappointing to me, but I understand. I have a thing.
You know, Charlie Puth is my queer beta.
I do know that about you.
I can't have both.
No, you can't. You really can't. And I don't think, here's the thing, especially in all the articles that have come out recently about Harry has said time and time again, like, I'm not a queer baiter. Like, it's just, I don't know anybody in explanation. Like, I think Charlie Puth, I would describe him as much more of a queer baiter.
I think Charlie Puth is just like horny.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think he's a queer baiter. I just think he's just like horny on the main.
Yeah. No, you're on the line. You're really right. Like, it's true. And I think Harry's a private person and like likes to keep some stuff to himself. Yeah. And he literally said in the Rolling Stone article that came out, he was like, nobody knows my sexuality except for like my very, very, very close friends and my family. Like, that's it.
Interesting.
And who else needs to know?
Me. I do.
Well, I would like to know, obviously, but like, he deserves to have some privacy, I guess. Like, whatever. But But anyways, yeah, the article is really interesting. If you have time, I
Make
recommend.
the salad dressing this weekend and tell
Yeah.
me. I feel like
it's just a plain old. That's the thing. It's like a plain old fucking salad dressing. It's like balsamic like vinegar, basically. It's like
I read it's literally
Girl.
French. I read it's like French dressing.
Yeah, it's like legit nothing.
Interesting.
Cringe. Anyways, that was like those are two. I mean, we've been talking for like almost an hour, but like those are two of the big things that we've been chatting about. And then just to kind of touch upon a few other big things that have happened that we've been chatting about is Robert Kraft got married. For those of you who don't know, Robert Kraft is the...
Was it one of his massage girls?
Nope. Not an Orchids of Asia girl.
Aww.
No, but a fun
that
fact...
worked for nothing? You didn't even get the ring?
Truly. So true. Poor girl. No, Orchids of Asia is like not far. That's the massage parlor where he was like... And it's not far from my parents' house. And like my dad, one day, all of a sudden out of the blue in our family group chat, just sends like a picture of him in front of like Orchids of Asia just being like...
Legit me at the beauty
and he's
lab
like giving
parking
thumbs
lot.
up. No, no, like literally. I was like, okay, that's that.
Milestone.
So true.
Literally.
So true. So yeah, Robert Kraft married a woman, a doctor. I believe she's a doctor. Justin, is that correct?
Yeah.
She's a doctor. Married her. She's like in her 40s, and he's in his either in his late 70s or early 80s. 80s.
Yeah, he's way
Good for
older.
him. You know what? I'm
Yeah.
happy for him. But anyways, at the wedding.
Get her on Housewives. That's like some Erica Jane.
So
shit.
true. Get her on the Housewives.
Mhm.
I want her on.
Yeah, get her on.
I want her on Titletown.
Titletown.
I want her on our show Titletown. Can we get her on the pod?
Yeah.
I want her on Titletown immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Who do we need like to find like Justin, can you produce a TV show for us? Like, would you be interested? Like, what
I know,
Titletown?
we need to be executive producers.
yeah.
Have you heard about our dream TV show?
That's our. Oh, tell him.
Justin.
And for all of our new listeners,
so
we have this dream.
I have this.
It was Mike's idea. He came up with it,
this
and now I'm
dream,
building
like,
on it.
Housewives Boston TV show, because like we can't anyone worth it for Boston. It's like old money. They will never do it.
Right.
But I want a TV show that's called Titletown, and it's all like the wives of like our most important sports people. So like,
right? It would be so good.
I want Bill Belichick's girlfriend,
Mrs. Kraft, Linda Holiday.
I want like Jason Tatum's wife.
Yep.
I want
Deuce
like,
Tatum's mom.
I want like all of those like key players.
Yeah, I want them
But I
all.
want all the sports. So it's like we could technically film
Yeah,
like
yeah.
any season.
Yep.
It doesn't. We're not like adjacent to like.
Right.
We're not locked.
But like,
in.
what are those couple months, Justin, when like every sport plays? It's like now,
Like
right?
now,
Like
right?
October,
Like,
November.
even like preseason Bruins is like
So
now.
you're never
Right?
gonna get all four, but the closest is you'll get hockey, baseball, and basketball.
For like the majority, for part
I
of the
feel
winter.
Like we'd have to like do it with football. Like we're just such a football town. Like,
Totally.
I feel like we'd have to do
But we can make that
now
work.
with like baseball kind of wrapping. Celtics and Bruins like are preseason now, right?
Yeah.
Like they're just.
Oh, they just started. Yeah, the other day, last
yeah,
week.
so like right now would
Yeah.
have to be our time because we would
Totally.
need them like kind of bebopping in and out of different places.
Yeah. And going to other games and like
Yeah.
going to charity
Ugh, but,
galas.
like how good would that be? It would be a mess.
I think it would be. It would be so messy.
Like who's the better? Like yeah.
Yeah,
But,
I love it. So
And
yeah,
they're all wearing a ring and I just see it. I see it.
Oh yeah, they're all wearing a ring, and instead of
Yeah.
like the Housewives
Yeah,
apples,
they
they're all
all
wearing
having
like a
a
big.
ring, a
I
big-
love it. I
Mhm.
love it. I think it's gonna be great when it happens.
Yeah.
So I want Mrs. New Robert Kraft, but R.I.P. to his what was his ex-wife, his dead wife's name, Myra. Myra
Oh,
Kraft, rest in peace.
That
Like,
makes me feel better.
But you know
though.
what? I
thought
hope
he
she's
just
happy.
up and left her.
oh no,
Yeah.
she's dead. She's big dead. I hope she's happy though. Like I hope he's happy, and I hope that
Yeah,
Myra's
she's up
smile-
there.
yeah.
Like you have 2 years left, Jim.
right. Mike, you only have a little time left. Like I hope you
better enjoy it because
so
your
true.
time's up.
So true. But yeah, but at the wedding, Tom Brady was there. Giselle was not.
So okay, so I just read something that like
I also read
Tom
this.
Brady made like a statement. He's like, it's like blasphemy for you to think I'm gonna retire mid-season, and that like there's no more negotiating. They're like full.
No, and then he said
swing
something-
on the divorce.
Didn't he say something, Justin, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe you would know better. Didn't he say something like really fucked up about like comparing like his current life in this scenario to like going to war? Okay, no.
I believed. I'm like, yeah, he
You're
definitely.
like, I heard that too.
Yeah.
Pretty sure it was something football related. Like he related like football to like going to war or something like that. Which again, he took a lot of backlash for that. But
Yep, sure.
Like, it was a poor comment. He apologized for it, but I'm pretty sure it was more so like related to football than it was like his life outside.
Right.
Of football.
Yeah,
Interesting.
well,
Okay.
Because his life outside of football is a full blown fucking war, so he can't even like lie about that.
I mean, so I don't know. I mean, I think Giselle and Bob Kraft had been close previously. Like they've been seen together many a time. I think she would have been there. She would have been
to take everything.
But Bill Belichick wasn't there either. I believe he didn't go. Is that right, Justin?
I don't know.
Bill didn't go.
I heard that Bill Belichick was not there. You know him. He's like such an in-season, head-down kind of guy. But I guess my mom was telling me, shout out to my mom for the inside scoop, she was telling me that apparently they didn't know, the guests didn't know it was a wedding. They thought it was like a gala.
Yeah, they did. They didn't tell them. They basically told them it was like a party and to show up. And then I'm pretty sure Elton John, Justin Bieber, and I forget who the third
was it Meek Mill?
Meek Mill, yeah.
Because when my mom was telling, my mom was like, it was Mac somebody. And I'm like, Mac somebody. And she's like, yeah, Mac somebody was out there. And I'm like,
Meek
Mac
Mill?
and I'm like, Mac Miller. And she's like, yes, that was it. I'm like, well, he's dead, so it wasn't him, Mom. And she's like, oh.
She's like Macklemore.
Yeah. Imagine. But then my husband told me, he said he was like the Meek Mill and Bob Kraft are like very close apparently.
Yeah, they're weirdly like,
yeah, they're like besties. Yeah.
Dating back years.
That's weird. That's like Martha Stewart, Snoop Dogg friendship.
Totally.
To me.
It's exactly what it is. That's exactly what that is. You're so right.
That is weird.
Totally. But they're like besties.
Weird.
Very weird.
So
So anyways, that's that. And our let's see what else we got here. I meant to send you the thing about, we were talking about Kelly Ripa's memoir, and then we talked about how what's her face? Kathy Lee Gifford was talking shit about her memoir. And then Kelly clapped back and was like, you know what? She literally, Kelly Ripa deadass said this. She was like, she didn't say nobody gave a fuck, but she said nobody cared about my book until Kathy Lee Gifford said that. She goes, thanks, Kathy, because my sales skyrocketed after you said that. She was like, I really appreciate it. She was like, truly, nobody was buying my book, and now everybody's buying it.
Yeah, literally.
I was like, wow,
kind of like when Lisa Rinna
threw the book in the trash.
Yep.
All right, and then two more quick stories. We'll just buzz through them because we know we've been chatting for a while now. Number one is the downfall of James Corden.
Thank
God. It's about time. It's about damn time.
Thank God.
No, I was ready.
And not only does he need to be banned from restaurants, but he needs to be banned from any movie musical adaptation.
No, truly.
For the rest of the
that should be his
eternity.
punishment. That should be his punishment.
Like he can't
He's
order
the kiss
out,
of death.
and he can't be in anything. Like keep
I totally agree
him
with you.
far away from Wicked.
No, I'm telling you, I heard he's in it.
I'll literally
No, like
riot.
please. I also can't believe, I'm still pissed that Wicked's 2 parts. Grow up. What is this? Harry Potter?
I know, legit.
Like, get
and
out
I've
of my
never
face
seen
with that.
Wicked, so I don't even know where they can like splice it. Like, are we getting Defying Gravity in the first part or the second part?
That's probably, in the actual Broadway musical, I believe that's the end of Act 1 is Defying Gravity.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I don't need to see Act 2, I don't think.
Actually, am I wrong? No, I think that's right. I
I feel like they do that at the end. Isn't that how it ends?
No.
And then she like flies away. I don't know. I've never seen it. But you know what I did read on Dumois?
What?
I think he's already set up for the Into the Woods Broadway revamp.
Oh, please,
because he was in the movie.
Ugh, he's such a loser.
I know.
Let's see.
And then did you see the restaurant guy? Like basically was like posted. He's like, JK LOL, he apologized.
And you're like
after all of that, like
you apologized?
No.
Okay, then what?
Ugh, I hate James Corden. He's gonna get an Ellen era.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you know what? Everybody in that whole thing is like, it's just everybody's gonna do it. Okay, maybe it is the end, but now I can't remember. I don't know. I've seen it a couple times, but now I can't remember. It's definitely either intermission or the end.
Oh, I think you unplugged.
Oh, I did. Oh my God.
Technical difficulty. There we go.
Okay, am I back? Did I fix it?
Should be.
Okay.
How ATV
Oh yeah,
Club.
I can see myself moving on this little thing over here.
Thank you for bearing with us.
Thank you.
They're like, unplug your mics. We want
they're
them
like,
over.
please, God, it's enough.
We stopped
okay.
listening.
No, truly. All right, last thing. Well, the only reason that I don't feel bad for James Corden, but James Corden and Harry Styles are really good friends, and I'm like, he can't be that bad if Harry likes him. But I guess he's probably just
Harry's with Olivia Wilde. I'm sure he's god awful.
Okay, yeah, you're probably right. You're right. Okay, you make a very good point. All right, and then our last thing world peace has been restored. Haley and Selena are friendly.
I wouldn't say world peace. I think it's like
PR.
I think it's when you post with like.
And when Kylie posted with Black China, surprise, we were friends all along.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't know about that. I think it's.
I don't know about that.
I think it's Hailey Bieber is about to have her
James Corden moment, and she knows that she's on the chopping block.
Apple TV doc gets dropped. Ooh, that picture, it's going to be like Burn Book. She's ripping it down the middle. It's being like, do not trust her.
Totally.
She is a fugly slut.
You're right.
Like, I think.
You know what they say? You always got to keep an eye out for Selena.
Yeah. And exactly.
They do say that.
And I think it's like Selena being humble. I don't think it helps Hailey Bieber in any way.
Listen, I've always been a Selena Gomez fan, except for when I thought that she like didn't actually go to like get treatment for lupus. I actually do believe she was in rehab multiple times, which is fine. Whatever. Either way, still support. But and we never even got to talk about this, had a viral moment on TikTok where I got.
God, you did.
I did. I got over 200,000 views on one of my TikToks, and Rare Beauty commented on it. I got like 20,000 likes on it. I was really like, I popped off.
Are they sending you package?
No, the joke in my TikTok was that, has anybody ever run out of Rare Beauty blush, because it like lasts so long and is so pigmented that I'm going to be able to use it forever. And Rare Beauty commented and was like, literally passing mine down to my grandchildren. And I replied and I was like, bestie, send me some PR so I have some family heirlooms to pass down. And they didn't respond, of course. But it's like, you should thank me for the free promo that I'm doing.
Yeah, that's like some good press for them.
Totally.
I feel
not that they need it, but
like you'll get something.
We'll see. Hopefully. I did put my email address in my bio, but then I had to take it out because
because you're being doxxed.
I am. I'm being doxxed on the internet. Can't talk about it right now. Ongoing investigation, but more on that TBD.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but anyways, that's all. I mean, that was a lot. Not that's all, because we just talked about a bajillion things for a mile a minute. Mm-hmm. But that was good. I feel like.
Yeah, here's what you missed on Glee.
Yeah, and that's what you missed on Glee. Wait, there was something about Glee.
We talked about it last week.
Oh, we did talk about it. The
honestly,
documentary
last week was
up.
like a forgotten episode. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about it
another time. It'll come up. But all right, that's it for now. So don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, follow. We're up to 23 subscribers on YouTube, people.
We are? That's so good.
I know.
Haven't checked in a minute.
23, like that's pretty good. And actually, our YouTube video of us when we were Zooming together last week had like 14 views. I was like, you know what? For an episode that we did no promo on, that was actually pretty good. It actually wasn't bad.
Yeah. I agree.
So that's that. Like, follow, subscribe. We'll be back next week. Oh, and next time we come on, there'll be a new Taylor Swift album. How do you feel about that?
Oh my God, wait, I'm so excited for the new Taylor Swift.
Are you going to stay up till midnight?
Yeah, and I technically already have the leak on my phone, but I can't bring myself to listen to it.
That's mature of you. One of my friends, I'm not going to name any names, one of my friends had the leaked Harry's House album, like before it came out, and she was like, do you want to listen? And I was like, no, I just didn't respect the integrity of the artist.
Jason Sudeikis probably leaked it.
He absolutely did.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you missed on Glee. All right, bye everybody. We will see you next week.